everyone. I made it to Colorado, and I am feeling much better. I've got to start doing some more stuff that I'd neglected for almost a year. You know, got the security grids up in my van, the locks on the doors, cleaned it up, got all my stuff packed away here for when I need it, and getting ready for my first excursion out into the wilderness. See, I mean, I even got on Lightroom and figured out the cameras again, and pretty happy with all that stuff, and I feel good about it. Got a silver sneakers gym membership here from 24, and I go to the gym again. I found a little yoga studio that I'm going. The Zoom room down in Colorado Springs, where I was a couple of years ago, have a few classes there, so I'm going to go down there and run Ozzy through the optical course again. All the things that I enjoy doing are coming back. But I wanted to read this last text I got from Zach. And some of it won't make sense now, but I'm just going to read it as it was. This is July 18th when he responded to my text a couple days earlier when I was telling him something, other drama that we had. But here he goes. Yeah, that doesn't sound like an insult. She's just analyzing her own experience in text. That's his girlfriend, who their whole relationship for 5 years was turmoil and trouble, but he loved her. Anyway, Father, sometimes you don't like to help because you're exhausted mentally, physically, and mostly financially. You held this family together ever since you got out of prison and have actually been an awesome role model to me. This includes having faith in a power greater than us, providing and protecting. You're the boss OG, but she better do the assignment that you assigned her as ASP. You're most patient with everyone. I mean, look at me. You've waited so long and been so supportive of me to get clean and sober. May not be sober all the time, but I kick spice, meth, heroin, and all the other stupid stuff I put into my body. And you remind me of how good it feels just to be naturally crazy. I love you, Dad. So 4 days later, he was dead of an overdose of fentanyl. And I got another little text that he's going to have a grilling party. And that was a couple days before he died. Yeah, the story I got is that the girlfriend, Mahogany, called me and I said, I really think he's done it this time. I think he's OD. I told her, call 911, stay with him, and, that right away. And so I don't know how long he sat in the room, in the apartment room or whatever, but the paramedics came and worked on him for half an hour, got a pulse back finally, and took him to the hospital, and that's when I had called my daughter and had her go down there and do the status thing, and got calls from the hospital the following day, and they told me that he's on life support and that things did not look good. And I tossed it around for a day, and I decided that I'd take him off life support. That's when it hit me. After I made that decision, it was my whole world fell apart. He was out here in Colorado Springs, and the quick story is that he was having problems with his girlfriend in San Bernardino. I quit helping him financially, and I brought him out to Vegas because he said he wanted to get away and start over, and I made arrangements with my daughter out here, and she was at Colorado Springs at the time, for him to come out. And I brought him out, we had a great trip. And we came out and we had a great time for a couple months where I got him his license, bought him a car, he got an apartment, he got an EMT job. He was doing really well. It was then time for me to leave. I had to be back to California. It was before my retirement, and I still had to work and get ready for my retirement. And when I got back, he convinced my sister, or my daughter, his sister, that the girlfriend could come out and watch her young child and take care of this, and everything would be fine and everyone would do it. I had warned them both that give it 3 months before you do that. And I was talking to Hogmanay and I was helping her out. She was staying with a best friend of Zach's, who is now like my adopted son. He's a way cool kid. But anyway, that's a whole other story. But anyway, she came out, and within a month, they had left the house under duress. She was not doing well, not helping Zachary. I came out and tried to make things a little bit better, and it held on for a couple more weeks after I left, but then they just ran and, cut off ties with Allison, and because she had pulled some stunts, but it is what it is. And Zachary and her were on her own. He then went down the same path that he talked about. I was in contact quite a bit with him and tried to steer him clear of the drugs, but he was drinking again and lost his job. And then started, he survived, and he got another little once-a-week EMT job. But, he kind of threw all that away. I want to say again, but I forgave Mahogany for the part that she played in his death. But again, I played a part in it too. That's why I felt so guilty, because I had set boundaries that, I couldn't help him anymore. He had to get rehab and get out, and then I would help him get back on his feet. And I thought that was in the work, but a tragic day, like 2 days before his birthday or whatnot, I guess he got some pills, because we had talked about, all the fentanyl heads up in the neighborhood he lived, where they hung out at. And, according to his text, he was just drinking again, but obviously it wasn't. But I'm accepting it. His ashes are still in the house up in my daughter's room, and she got a bunch of little vials that I could put some of the ashes in to give to all the people that were Zach's friends. Because he was a good man. He was caring. He always wanted to help people. That's why he wanted to be an EMT and a firefighter. And he got so close to doing all that. I mean, he actually made it out here. He had it together. He had what he wanted. He was on the route. Yeah, but just, something got in the way. And I don't, and as much as I want to blame Mahogany, I can't totally. I'm lying to myself. I still am resentful for that, and I got to work through that. But anyway, I am going on a first trip. Like I said, I've done a lot of the stuff that I used to enjoy, and I'm finding I do enjoy it. I thought maybe my whole attitude would change, and then I would just say, screw it. I don't want to do anything anymore. I just want to mull over my depression and the loss of my son. but I'm breaking out of that. Especially with the welcome that my daughter and her man gave me out here. Very uplifting. And since I'm not in California or Nevada, where I think I gotta be doing something all the time to make things right. I mean, I've tried to fix things my whole life, and I know from the program that I can't do that, but I still, attempt it. Yeah, I'm getting a little emotional right now, but it's a lot better than it was 2 months ago. I couldn't even talk about it. But I'm going to go out this weekend. I don't know if I'm going to take Zach out with me to spread him out a little bit and say my goodbyes then. I don't know. It's day after Memorial Day. I got 3-4 days to get organized. I think I'm going to head out on Friday, maybe the weekend. Yori, that's Allison's man. He's finding places. They go deep in 4-wheel. I'm more mellow. I just want to go out and relearn the cameras again, and have a little fun with my dog, and hopefully meet some people camping, make some coffee for everybody, play a few games of backgammon, maybe some cards if they're out in it. We'll see. Hopefully I can meet up with some other campers out there and get back into being around people, and I like to make people laugh, and I could be good at it too. At least that's what I've been told. But anyway, more later. Bye for now.